So children, let's continue with video 3 of the chapter 13, Car Splashing, Motor Ke Cheente. Paragraph 2. I decided in a trice what my duty was. I got together about a dozen large stones from all around and waited for the next car. I would show them a Brahman's power. It wasn't even 10 minutes before a car came into sight. Oh no, it was the same car. As soon as it got close, I let fly a rock. I shot it out with all my strength. The gentleman's cap went flying and landed on the side of the mud. The car slowed down. I fired again. The window pane smashed to pieces, and one piece even landed on the fine gentleman's cheek, drawing blood. The car stopped, and the gentleman got out and came toward me, gave me a punch, and said, "You creep, I will take you to the police." I had scarcely heard him when, throwing my books down on the ground, I grabbed him by the waist, tripped him, and he fell with a smack in the mud. I jumped on top of him at once and gave him a good 20 punches, one after the other, until he got dizzy. In the meantime, his wife got out. High-heeled shoes, silk sari, powdered cheeks, lipstick, mascara. She began to poke at me with her umbrella. I left the husband and, wielding my stick, said, "Lady, don't meddle in men's business, or you may get a whack and a bruise, and I would be very sorry about that." The gentleman found the occasion to pick himself up and give me a kick with his booted feet. I got a real knock in the knee. Losing patience, I struck out with my stick, getting him in the legs. He fell like a tree when you chop it down. Mem Sahib came running, brandishing her umbrella. I took it away from her without any trouble and threw it away. The driver had been sitting in the car all this time. Now he got out too and came rushing at me with a cane. I brought my stick down on him too, and he fell flat. A whole mob had gathered to see the fun. Still lying on the ground, the Sahib said, "You rogue, we will handle you over the police." So children, now we will discuss the difficult words. The first word is strength, which means the quality or state of being physically strong. Second, smash, which means to break something. Third, scarcely, which means hardly. Fourth, grab, which means to grasp or seize suddenly or roughly. Fifth, dizzy, which means to faint. Sixth, wield, which means to hold and use something as weapon or tool. The last word is meddle, which means to interfere in something that is not one's concern. After the discussion of the difficult words, here I am going to explain the paragraph 2. Panditji was very angry. He collected about a dozen large stones from all around and waited for the next car to show a Brahman's power. Suddenly a car came into sight. Panditji was surprised to see that it was the same car. As car got close, Panditji threw a rock on the car with all his strength, but it landed on the side of the mud. The car slowed down. He shot another rock again. The window panes of the car broke to pieces, and one piece injured the gentleman who was in the car. The car stopped. The gentleman got out and gave a punch to Panditji. He threatened Panditji. Panditji hardly heard him and threw his books on the ground. He grabbed the gentleman by his waist, tripped him, and he fell in the mud. Panditji sat on him and gave him 20 punches until he got dizzy. In the meantime, his wife got out and began to poke at him with her umbrella. He left the gentleman and wielded his stick and warned the gentleman's wife that she shouldn't interfere in men's business. At the same time, gentleman got the chance to pick himself up and gave a kick to Panditji. Panditji lost his patience and struck out with his stick on the gentleman, who fell like a chopped tree. Suddenly the driver got out too and attacked on Panditji with cane, but Panditji brought his stick down on him too. A large crowd of people had gathered there to see the fun. The gentleman said that he would hand over him to the police. Children, after the explanation, let's continue with the questionnaire. Here, I'm going to ask you some short questions which you have to answer through your voice messages. Question number 1: which car came into sight? Question number 2: what did Panditji do when car came close to him? Question number 3: who got out of the car and what did he do? Question number 4: what did the gentleman's wife begin to do? Question number 5: what did the driver do with Panditji?